Hey guys, welcome back to another GBEX and GBEX video. So I wanted to make short a part 2 of my video from yesterday about the change of burn mechanism, where I explained a bit how that goes. But I took, because I had not really prepared anything there, so I took some random numbers in principle. So I wanted to show you some numbers with some averages from top 10 exchanges, top 20, top 50, top 100, so you get a better idea what that would mean. Before, because I saw quite some messages also in Telegram, just to explain again, that proposal for 4% to 12% is not about the normal tax. So you as a user, you still have the 4% when you make from wallet to wallet transfer. It has nothing to do with that. It's purely about the trading fees GBEX gets on their centralized exchange, and if they implement it on the DEX, also from the DEX. So in principle, whatever they collect as trading fees, they normally in the old proposal would take 4% of that. Half of that they burn, half of that we get as rewards. So they would have needed to buy back GBEX with the 4%. So the change now is, their proposal is to change it to 12%. So in principle, triple the rewards and the burn. So what does that mean? So let's say we currently have that price here, 25 around. So let's say a top 100 exchange, that was an average I found, so 25 million per day around. So what does it mean? So if there's a volume of 25 million per day, I took a trading fee of 0.1%, which is currently on GBEX, I remember. That means GBEX would collect trading fees of 2.5 million USD. So logically, the trading fees are in all kind of different coins, but we just take the USD value for now. So now in the old way, 4% of these 2.5 million is 100,000, 100K. And from these 100K now, the half gets burned, the half gets reward. And from these 100K USD, they need to be converted into GBEX. So GBEX would every day, in this case, need to buy for 100,000 US dollar GBEX from the market, so from you and me. So that means with that price currently 50K, that's around 200 billion. So they would need to buy on that price 200 billion GBEX per day in order to burn. And yearly, so if you take that as an average over the year, that means 73 trillion. So they would buy within a year with a stable price of 25 and a stable volume of 25 mil around. They would need to buy 73 trillion from the market. Half of these 73 trillion would be burned. So they would burn then around 36 trillion in that year, only via the trading fee rewards and burns, and the other half would be rewards. So that's already quite good, I would say. So now on the 12% part, logically, it's triple, which means you have then 300K instead of 100K. That means logically 150 daily for burns and 150K for rewards in USD. That means if you take the 300k with that price again and buy from the market again, that would mean daily 607 billion they need to buy back from the market. If you take it again as an average over the year, it would be 221 trillion. Take the half of it, so 110. 110 trillion would be burned and 110 trillion would be rewarded. So that is if Globians with the GBEX and the DEX, if the DEX gets included, gets a trading fee like a top 100 exchange, 25 million. So logically, if we go a bit higher, top 50, top 20, it gets even higher automatically logically. So if we take, for example, the top 50, there's 8 million difference in the average. So you see here then, instead of 73 trill per year, 96 trill, and here 290 instead of 221. But that logically depends always on the price. So let's say the price goes one digit away. So 1 0 goes away and we are by 5 zeros and 1. If we take the same example here, automatically, logically, the number of coins goes lower. So you have then 18 trillion instead of 73. So like divided by 4 logically. By the new example, you still have 55 trillion, for example. So logically, I can show you some numbers here, but in the end, it depends logically what the price is. So if the price stays, let's say, between these ranges, there will be a lot of burns and rewards logically in terms of total number of GBEX. But if the price goes much higher, logically that goes down. But it's also an advantage that the price is higher. So it's both ways. So for example here, top 10, 123 million per day. So that's already quite, so logically that will take time to get there, but it's just a generic example. So here it would be 12 million USD in fees they get. 4% of that, that's around 500k. So in principle they need to buy GBEX with 500k USD, they need to buy GBEX on the market, which means like almost a trill per day, which means 360 trill per year. So 180 burned, 180 rewarded. So that's logically an extreme case. So automatically, if we get in these kind of ranges with volume, that will not stay like that. So automatically the price needs to go higher, because in the end ALC don't have any any GBEX left. So that's a good thing by a deflationary token. I explained that also in my tokenomics video, which you can check back. That if you have a certain volume with the exchange and you have even if you have just a 4% here, automatically the price needs to go higher at a certain point to sustain a certain volume. Else there is no GBEX left. So automatically the price will grow as more volume you have. Even with that 4% solution, much more even with the 12%. So the price will rise even faster with the 12% if the volume goes higher. So that's why I said also initially in my tokenomics video, I don't care less about these normal 4% taxes. I really care about these ones. So that's why I want also the centralized exchange really that they put some effort in to get more users, to get more trading, because as higher the trading volume there, or if they include now the DEX also on the DEX, as automatically higher the price needs to go if you get into the trading volume of millions of USD. There's only one way, it's just normal mathematics. Yeah? So you cannot have, let's say, 2 years in a row 360 trill per year that they need to buy back. That's impossible. So automatically the price will go higher then, which means like it goes maybe to that, and then you can sustain maybe for another year, but the next year maybe the price needs to go higher again because you cannot sustain again the buybacks properly, because if there's less and less supply and the demand is automatically there because there's an automatic buyback either here or here, doesn't matter, automatically the price goes higher. So personally, that's why I definitely prefer this trading fee model, and that really we get a lot of volume on the DEX and the KEX. Yes, new exchanges are cool. Personally, I don't care a bit less because I will not use them, but it gives exposure. So, so that's all fine. So yeah, just wanted to show you some numbers around with some averages here, so you get an idea if Globines comes into these regions of volume, what the numbers would be, 4% versus 12%. Logically at the start now, if the vote goes successful and that starts from June, let's assume the DEX is included, then we have currently a volume, I think on the DEX we have a volume of 50 to 60k per day. On the KEX, at least if I take the numbers on the left hand side, it seems to be around similar. So that means, let's say 100k volume or something. Yeah, it will not logically not yet go in a 73 trillion or something, but that's the point of Globines, to push the trading volume then, because they make more profit logically as higher the volume goes, which helps logically then the business, and it helps us because as more trading fees they collect, as more gets burned and as more we get rewards, and as more buy pressure on the market. So win-win. Okay guys, I hope that second part helped a bit more people. I hope it explained clearly that the 12% is not about us users itself. So we don't pay any 12% in any possibility. We still pay 4% for wallet to wallet. In the DEX, in the KEX, we pay our 0.1% trading fee. So there's nothing like that. The 12% is purely from Globines profits, so the trading fees. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope the video was helpful, and then until next time, bye.